and welcome back to the NightChild Reviews Prince. We're looking at Prince's 1990 Graffiti Bridge album. This is Day 12, Track 12, Thieves in the Temple. Now, Thieves in the Temple is an important song of this project. It was the last song to be recorded for this album, but it was the first song to be released as a single just before the album came out. You've got the Steels providing gospel backing vocals, you've got harmonica sample from the Chambers Brothers, which dates back to 1967, and you've got kind of also a remix album that came off this track, got a Thieves in the Temple remix maxi single, and there's some amazing stuff on there, really sort of there's some house music and interesting directions in which Prince was going. But I really remember this clearly because this is the first album I got to buy as it came out. I became a Prince fan in 1989, and the first new album was Graffiti Bridge. And there was this talk, lots of Prince spokesmen were talking about this song called Thieves in the Temple, and they were comparing it to When Doves Cry, for example. Now, whilst it's sacrilege to compare anything to When Doves Cry, I do think that this song shares some similarities in terms of its theme. I think it's about the same sort of thing. It's about kind of, you know, how can you leave me alone in a world so cold? You know, how can you just abandon me? It's about being alone and being kind of like cast out of society and feeling you've got no one. So I think thematically it has the same sort of notion. You've got lyrics like love come quick, love come in a hurry. There's these lyrics about, you know, where people are basically attacking you, people are, you know, coming after you, and there's lyrics like, you know, they don't care where they kick, just as long as they hurt you, which really kind of play into that same sort of feeling and emotion that When Doves Cry has. There's some great lyrics about, you know, love, if you're there, come save me from all this cold despair. I can hang when you're around, but I'll surely die if you're not there. It's a heart-wrenching, painful song, it really is. Musically, you've got some fantastic drum work. There's a brilliant part in this song, also in the remix as well, where they have the drums and the drums just descend and it just goes dum, 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 boom boom, and it's just really sort of deep bassy drum at the end, so it's a dum, 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 boom boom, and it's just fantastic. The drum work on this, the kind of electronic sounds he gets from it are remarkable. The harmonica is fantastic. You've got the kind of woodblock kind of drum to begin with, and you've got these crystal clear synthesizer strings to begin with. It's quite simple, the song as it begins, but it is still quite haunting. Lyrically though, this is about that emotion, about portraying that emotion. It's about, you know, I feel like I'm looking for my soul, like a poor man looking for some gold. And my favourite bit, in the remix particularly, they really emphasise this, but it's also in the original, when he talks about kick me in my heart, tear me all apart, because me and you could be a work of art. And it's particularly in the remix that they start that, and it just sounds fantastic, it really does. And my other favourite bit is towards the end. Prince is pleading, he's screaming, he talks about, you know, he goes, you said you loved me, you said I was your friend, you were supposed to take care of me, you lie, and he just shouts, and then these panes of glass just smash, so it's all, you lie, it's just remarkable. You know, Prince is leaving it all out on the field here, as they say. He, you know, is remarkable. Like I say, really, if you get the chance to check out the remixes, really worth a listen. It's a fantastic song. It's a song that also, sometimes on the live tour, they're playing a kind of acoustic version, and it was kind of an instrumental version, and that is really quite moving. It's a really wonderful piece of music, this kind of instrumental acoustic version. So if you ever get a chance to hear that, go for it. Thieves in the Temple it was the big single. It was the song that really pushed the project and launched the project. It's a key kind of you know, part of the movie. It's kind of like, you know, it's very much a set piece, a kind of part for Prince to dance and really enjoy this song. And it really is a song that, listening to after all these years, still sounds fresh. You know, it still sounds powerful. It still pulls the heartstrings. It still has that sense of vulnerability, of loneliness, you know, of angst in this world. So, you know, it's a remarkable song then, it's a remarkable song now, it really is. And, you know, it's one of my favourites, certainly, from this album, it really is. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for more NightChild Reviews.